What is going on? This is Angie from IFX. Today is Tuesday and let's go check out what we're gonna get today. But let's talk about a little bit about yesterday. Yesterday the market was very slow, so I took only 2 entries on gold. I did a buy entry, and on that buy entry what I did is I made sure that I had a green arrow, all right, and then I looked to my right and I saw that the daily 1 hour and 4 hour candles are going bullish, and I made sure that I went above the 4 hour high, okay, my prior 4 hour high, and then pretty much that's what it did. And then price went all the way up to hit a nice zone in there, and then I forgot about it. I was doing something else, and then later on I get a red signal on the red zones. I saw that it hit a good resistance, and I got into a sell entry. I looked just for a couple of few pips on that, but it actually kept on going. So, but it doesn't matter. $700 for the day is not bad at all. So let's go see what the market is going to bring today. As we start getting on with a couple of news. Again, the news will start to shake up the market a little bit more, and then we can get more volatility, which is good in order for us to make more pips. All right, so let's go check it out and see what we're gonna get today, and let's see if we can make some entries. All right, so let's check out the charts right now. And wow, let's take a look at gold. It just pretty much, it went all the way to the moon. So yesterday, what we did is that I entered right over here. You see this arrow right here. Most likely, maybe you could have gotten a sell arrow. But what it did is that I look at this MA, which was green, going up. And then what I did is, you see this candle right here. It closed right above it, this 4 hour prior 4 hour candle. And then all I did is I entered into a buy, and then voila. It came to this zone right here. And then it stopped right there, and then I waited a little bit yesterday, and then I entered into another sell somewhere around here, and then I got out with a couple of pips on that. So today on gold, what we have in here is that, well, pretty much if you were in a buy, this is the blue box, okay? So what this box right here is telling me is that if price is above it, there could be good probabilities that it can push it up, okay? And so it did. It came to test these levels right here, and then finally broke above. You see this 4 hour candle right here, this prior 4 hour candle. It went above it, and then all it did is went all the way up in here, okay? So now it could be a bit dangerous because price, this gold can pretty much reach all the way. I'm just trying to show you here. I mean, this box is quite high over here, pretty high, okay? It's all the way up here, so it can really pretty much reach anywhere on these red zones, okay? So you have to be very, very careful if you want to look for a sell entry. Remember, sell entries are good if we are within the boxes, but if we are outside of yesterday's high, it's already out of my main active trading zone. So I want to be very extra careful and make sure that I look for a good confirmation, okay? So if anything, if this maybe would hold right here, this resistance, maybe it would be nice to maybe look for another buy, but we shall wait and see what it does. So pretty much right now, it is gone out of our hands. If you were not in a buy entry, it's best that you wait and see if we want to look for a sell entry, okay? Or better yet, maybe look for a buy bounce somewhere in here or in here. It all depends where it goes down. So look at the RSI, it's all the way overbought, but does not mean it should be able to come back around, okay? So again, it's very dangerous. So let's wait and see what gold is going to give us today later on. So let's take a look at euro dollar. Euro dollar, right now is inside my blue box, which is quite big, okay? It's pretty much all the way from yesterday's low, all the way above yesterday's high. So currently, euro dollar is outside of my main active trading. Remember, we want to trade mainly inside between yesterday's high and low. And if any case, if we were still inside the box, so whether the blue one or the red one, yes, it is optimal. Yes, it is fine that we can look for entry. But we have to be extra careful, okay? Because we are already in type 1, I could say, danger zone. Let's just say that this is type 1 when we're outside of yesterday's high. Type 1 danger zone that we don't know if it's going to come back in here. And then once we're outside of both boxes, that's like danger 2, okay? Very dangerous. But, we have the red box over here, which can hold, maybe give us a resistance. So it's a matter of waiting and see what it does. I would say if it breaks above it, it would be great to look for another buy entry, okay? And again, if you want to look for a sell entry, let's just say, for example, if we were going to sell, I would prefer for price to hit at this level as a nice resistance. You see, it already broke this level right here by doing this candle. It already broke. It has been here a couple of times on this level. So most likely it could come up all the way here. So if I want to sell best, I will wait for a higher zone to start selling, okay? And then again, we have to make sure that the entry happens in between prior 4-hour candles. So, let's just say for this, it would be best. But if it doesn't, again, it's best to wait. Patience is what pays off, okay? So it's best to wait and see what market is going to give us. Again, we can buy. I would just keep buying as long as it breaks this blue resistance right here and then maybe reach some sort of higher levels in here. So let's take a look at pound dollar and see what it does today. Again, market today is going to be a little bit more volatility. It starts increasing throughout the week. So again, with pound dollar, it's almost the same scenario. We're outside of this blue box, the high of this blue box. We're outside of yesterday's high. So pretty much again, we are outside of our comfort zone trading area, okay? So once we're outside of yesterday's high, again, it could be a little bit dangerous. We just have to wait and see if any of this resistance will hold so that we can look for a sell entry. And if you look for a sell entry, make sure you get out when it hits yesterday's high, just in case it might just bounce and keep on going higher and higher. So take a look at it so you can actually see what it does. It's all about learning market behavior and market patterns. This is the only way that you can actually learn and then see when it happens again. You can actually take action on those. Okay, so again, pretty much all the USD pairs ending USD over here are pretty much doing almost the same thing. So, well, right here we had a nice buy entry, okay, and then it's pretty much hitting back again to this resistance, its prior day resistance right here. I'm sorry, prior high in here, current, which it might break it, so it might get here again and see maybe we can enter into a sell trade, or again maybe start looking for buy pullbacks again. All right, so dollar yen. What do we have for dollar yen? Nothing really much going on. It is on a good active. This is our safety trading zone between yesterday's high and low. And then we have here as backup these boxes, okay? So they're just pretty much think of it as a backup. If anything happens, we're outside of here, at least we have this. If we don't have anything on top, just the zones alone would not be able to hold it, because again, price just might reach to darker zones and stay there until the next day, or who knows until when. So again, be careful when you're outside of yesterday's high and low, and if you don't have any backup, then the trade cannot give you, or when you make an entry, you might not get what you're looking for, okay? So dollar CAD, is the opposite as the other USDs, right? This one is going lower, so this one is trying to break yesterday's low. It might even reach to this right here, throughout the day, and then it will be great to buy, or even right here we have another backup, okay, the blue box, okay? So it will be great to look for a sell entry closer to yesterday's high, anywhere somewhere in here, as long as the RSI reaches 70, closer to 70 will be great. Again, it doesn't have to be exact 70, but sometimes it is better. Euro CAD might have the same behavior as dollar CAD. Not all the time, but it might have it. All right, so This is not a pair that moves a lot, but you know, when it does give it some, it's okay. So we are, you know, above yesterday's high. It would be great if it breaks below this low zone right here, this box right here, so we can go to the lower levels. Okay, so I would definitely, if I was going to sell in here, I would just wait until it breaks below here and then kind of see a small pullback all the way to the blue box right here. Let's take a look at Euro Australia. So Euro Australia, yikes, you know, it kind of looks a little bit ugly. Just by looking at this, it looks ugly. You know, pretty much it stayed within the red zones and then finally was able to break. Who knows, it might be able to reach to yesterday's low and then break below to reach to this blue line, okay, this blue box, okay. So again, we are within the safety zones, which is the yesterday's high and low, okay. Always think about this. What is my safety zone, okay? If I want to sell on the red zones, am I below yesterday's high? And if I want to buy, am I above yesterday's low? Now, anything outside of that, although we have some backup, this red box right here, you know, just be a little bit careful, but those are your other safety boxes that can help you out on your trades, okay? Let's see Euro Yen right here. Let's see what we got. So Euro Yen again, so it gave us a sell entry in here, it came up to the white area, then it bounced off from here. So we just wait and see if it breaks above this yesterday's high. Then there could be a big possibility that it might just keep and reach this to this line right here, okay? So always think about it. Once it gets out of here, well, there's nothing else that can really hold it up to here, okay? So the better, the higher, the better. Of course, you know, if you have a really, really good confirmation, then you can give it a try. Let's see, Euro New Zealand. All right, so Euro New Zealand, very nice. You know, it kind of came to the box, it got out of it in here, and then it came back in here, and then it's beautiful. So if we can look for another sell entry, you know, somewhere in this red box, you know, let's take a look at the MA. We have a nice daily bearish candle. So if it pulls back in here, it would be great to see. Maybe we'll test this level zone right here, okay? So right now it's testing this level right here. Then it might go up and then come back down again to have more strength to come back down to these levels. Well, who knows? Again, it all depends on market conditions. You know, all we're doing is try to do as much as we can what we see in front of us. We can't assume or expect the market to give us what we're, you know, what is not in front of us. All right, so your pound yen is a little bit just ranging, okay? When you see the MA moving average in the white area, that means that price or market is ranging within the red zones and blue zones, red zones and blue zones. Eventually, when you start kind of seeing it, if going upwards, then maybe price will start reaching higher levels. You know, again, look at the MA behavior, okay? Again, everything in here helps you somehow, some way make a decision. Again, it's not just 1, 2, 3 steps, and then once you see that, you know, you kind of, the market varies every single day, and then more or less you have to make the best judgment to enter the market, okay? Pound New Zealand. Let's see, beautiful, you know, it gave a sell entry right here. It bounced a little bit in here, it came back to the MA, and the MA is already, the slope is red, so going downwards. Look at the daily bearish candle, pretty much it went up there and then boom. All right, so it might come back again to keep on going lower, who knows, or it might just give us a buy entry to come back in here to the white area, who knows. Again, expectations, you know, we just want to make sure that we get a confirmation before we entry, and then hopefully obviously works out right away. And if it doesn't, then we make a second entry, hoping that it doesn't get out and goes way, you know, way too low. So we're already on the third zone. You know, fourth and fifth zones are great to enter, so this would be a great area to enter, nice and strong, and then that could bring it at least to this level or to this level. You know, don't expect market to come back to the white zone anymore unless we have higher forces like news and anything like that could pull it back again. All right, so pound CAD hit this yesterday's high. It was on the second level. It bounced up from there, white area, and then we just have to wait and see if it breaks below this, right? It might just stay within this level right here. It might come back down in here. Maybe we can find a buy entry to, you know, the white area, or in here again. Take profits are very random, you know, it's not fixed all the time. It's not like you can put in 20 pips and every single day it is going to give you 20 pips. It all depends. It's random, you know. Sometimes it just hits the MA and then that's it. Sometimes it just hits the white area and that's it. Sometimes it might just hit this level. So again, you just kind of see market behavior and then what is most on your side that you can say, well, I'm holding in, I'm holding and holding. And then, you know, pretty much you just got to learn that behavior every single day. You will learn market behavior and be able to more or less take the best judgment that you can have. All right. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Write it on comments here or on the Telegram channel.